Shocking. We're here to bring you news, but today's story is gonna hit to coming through from the closest journalist at the Argentine national team that Garnacho dreams to join Real Madrid. What other way of giving a green light to a team like Real Madrid to come in and sign for you in here from Man United? Welcome to the Rukani Media Football. How are you guys? And we're watching us from, I go by the names of Rukan David. Smash like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rukan David is my name. You can as well call me Aradhi, and continue to subscribe because we are having we are left with limited subscribers to hit 17,000 subscribers. And can we really hit the milestone, guys? Can we really continue to subscribe? Lower right bottom corner it is, smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. We are left with 72 subscribers to hit 17,000 subscribers. And guys, please, let's do the needful. Let's do the needful and subscribe to this channel so as we hit this milestone, guys. Can we please do subscribe? Continue to subscribe, please, and let's close to 200 likes smash on this video in here as we see Lisandro Martinez training with the Argentine national team, meaning that he's gonna be really fully fit when you're playing against Brentford. And Rafael Varane looks like no contract extension at the club of Man United, and he seems like this is gonna be his end at Man United. Bruno Fernandes revealing to us the dream of Man United after knocking out Liverpool. So much more coming into the mix onto this channel. We thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum and Ramadan Mubarak, right? So let's go with Alejandro Garnacho. Yesterday I brought you a story that Fiorentino Perez plans to meet Alejandro Garnacho when Madrid flies in Manchester to take on Man City, right? On the 17th in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. And I gave you my views, and I remember one of the points I told you that could obviously take Alejandro Garnacho to Real Madrid is that Alejandro Garnacho admires Cristiano Ronaldo, and sorry about that, he might be looking at the journey at the path of Cristiano Ronaldo, that he was at Man United around 24, 25 years of age. He left the club of Man United and went to Real Madrid, and the rest was history. So he might be looking at the pathway of Ronaldo that he did in his career, and he loves him, and I think that is one of the hugest driving factors that could see him really join Real Madrid. And this guy known as Gaston Edu, he's a close source to the Argentinian national team. He has come out and told us that Alejandro Garnacho's dream as a player is to play for Real Madrid. Not now, but he has it clear that he wants to play for Real Madrid at one point in his career. That's what we've gotten from a close source on the Argentine national team. And trust me, it comes out when Garnacho is training with the national team of Argentina. That is it, meaning that he had a talk with Garnacho, and Garnacho told him, please, I feel like I want to really play for Real Madrid. What other green light would you ever want to hear from a player that plays at Man United? Now, we have to admit that players that are born and bred in Spain, players coming in from Latin America, South America, dream to play for Real Madrid or Barcelona. For Garnacho, he's a player that was at Atletico Madrid, and he has seen himself really be in such positions in a very big time. But he had to obviously use United as a stepping stone, and us being used as a stepping stone is something that we should really blame onto ourselves. Why should we blame it onto ourselves? Because we are supposed to be a big team, and a big team is supposed to keep its players, For a player that was born in Madrid, Spain, that is Alejandro Garnacho, coming in through and telling you that, please, I dream to play for Real Madrid, it's not news. But you can really extend his spell at Man United if at all the team of Man United is performing better. So all we need to do is to start performing better and doing better jobs. Let's not bottle everything at Man United. Let's continue building the club to the elite level. And there are very many other teams that can really give reference to that have gone ahead to be having players whose desires have gone ahead to go higher to play for teams like Barcelona and Real Madrid. These teams have managed to tame these players. For example, Man City have Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva has dreamt to play for Barcelona, but guess what is going to happen to Man City? They've gone ahead to put themselves in a better position that Bernardo Silva feels like staying at Man City. He's doing himself a favor because Man City is the best team in the world. They've won the Champions League, they won the Premier League, they've excelled everywhere. And Bernardo Silva has been convinced to extend his contract at Man City. And you all know that last year he put pen to paper and included a buyout clause of 50 million euros in his contract. That is Bernardo Silva for you. But he has been wanted by Barcelona for the previous 2-3 seasons. But Man City tried their level best to keep him, and they're still having him. So he's now 28 years of age, I think. So if we can keep Alejandro Garnacho for the next 8 years and he leaves, that will be okay. But that depends on one thing, that depends on to us being successful. Because if he's at Man United and we are beating Real Madrid, winning the Champions League, he'll have no reason to go there. But if you're at Manchester United and Real Madrid is winning the Champions League and beating us, he'll obviously think twice, and then he'll drop Man United and say, all right, I think my dream should be fulfilled. I should be playing for Real Madrid because they're the biggest team in the world. But if you try to make a somersault into the United we're supposed to be, and we keep on winning games, beat Real Madrid left, right, and center, trust me, there is no way Real Madrid is going to get Alejandro Garnacho. He'll have every reason to stay at Man United because for him, he's a player we bought in when he was 15 years of age from we bought him in when he was 15, 16 years of age from Atletico Madrid. He came in through, and 4 years later, he's the huge guy. He's being considered as one of those players from the academy of Man United. He knows the traits, and I think betraying us will be the last thing to do. But if we are not performing very well and Real Madrid is putting in the shift, trust me, Garnacho will betray Man United and leave for keeps. That is it. So the only way we're supposed to keep Garnacho is to perform better, improve this team. Next season, let's start competing for the league. Let's be playing the Champions League. In the next 3 years, let's be a juggernaut and let's be a team that can beat Real Madrid home and away, such that when he just thinks about this, it doesn't even goes into his moment of action. You get? So the best way to erase that dream of Real Madrid in Garnacho's head, all from Garnacho's head, is by doing what you're supposed to do. And the beauty of this is that Ineos is here. They're going to offload players, get new players, and take us to where we deserve to be. We need players that can complement the likes of Garnacho because iron sharpens iron. Quality sharpens quality. The more you play with quality players, the more your quality supersedes. The more you play with players whose talent and quality is not in the same wavelength as yours, then you are deprived of your obligation to really hit your ceiling. So for me, I think that's what I'm supposed to do. Ineos is here. Let them keep Ten Hag. Let's get in more players. Liverpool is getting a new manager. Spurs is Man City is in the rebuild. Arsenal is going to be the team to beat next season. And trust me, even if it was this season we never had really injuries, wouldn't have gone ahead to be 17 points away from the table leaders. Trust me, would have gone ahead to be like 6, 7, all 8. You understand? So, even the title race, if at all our players were really kept in here. So that is all about Alejandro Garnacho. His dream, and all you have to do is, let's do the right thing. He wants to go to Real Madrid, wear that shirt number 7, and Ronaldo might be used by Real Madrid to convince this young man to join the club of Real Madrid. And Ronaldo has a very bad feeling on Erik Ten Hag. He might be one of those that will be telling him every season, if you want to become a better player, go to Real Madrid, go to Real Madrid. And when the person you really admire keeps on feeding you that information, there is no way you'll settle up at Man United. So right now, it looks like 3 years later, that will be activated. But remember, he has a 6-year contract with the club of Man United. And if all doesn't go on as planned by Man United, they'll get in some huge money. I know Garnacho will be like a 120 million pound player because of his attributes. Every season he has shown us that he's becoming better and better and better. And I was watching the United stand yesterday. I really borrowed something from Mark Goldbridge that Real Madrid is going to hate to change the way they recruit players. Way back, they would obviously go in for the already finished products. And he said that now they are going for players when they're young. Look at Jude Bellingham, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Adagula, and he named a long list. But one thing I would love to tell him, one thing he never said about that was that this team of Real Madrid is bringing in players who have really been proven when they are young. Erling Haaland is wanted by Real Madrid. He's a proven young player. Tchouaméni, I think for him he was right on that. Camavinga, right on that, was the next big thing. Then Adagula, he was right. But for how long are they going to be doing that? That is the big question. So I really liked that submission coming in from a Goldbridge, that Real Madrid are really signing in players when they're really young. The Vinicius Juniors came here when they're young. The Rodrigos came in here when they're young. And they've gone ahead to take center stage into the team of Real Madrid. You saw they've gone ahead to sign Endrick, 16 years of age. So big up to Mark Goldbridge of the United Stand. He went ahead to put in a very profound statement that I've borrowed and even passed on to the viewers of the United Matters channel in here. Let's go and see how Garnacho, Lisandro Martinez are really performing down at their national team in Argentina. This is Garnacho training with the Argentina national team, and there he comes, tussling it out in there, trying to tussle it out there. And this is Lisandro Martinez training with the national team of Argentina. He's not going to be part of that team to play, but he's trying to really accomplish his rehabilitation such that he comes in through and plays for the club of Madrid against Brentford when he's fully fit. What an excitement to see him really train like that. And this is really good for us as Man United. Hope that in the last 10 games of the season, he comes out and really doesn't really get injured again. That is the most important bit of it all. And I would love to see to it that a lot really goes his way. That is the man himself known as Lisandro Martinez, Licha the Butcher, doing the job. And for Licha the Butcher, return is really going to be important. And I think he's one of those players that we can use to keep Garnacho settled at Man United. We are making a rebuild. When you look at Onana, 27 years of age, he can be here for the next 10 years. Lisandro Martinez, to me, he's the integral man that you're going to use to build our defense on, and Dalho. Then in the midfield, it's Kobe Mainoo. And the front three is really okay. Rashford, 26 years of age. Garnacho, 19 years of age. And Rasmus Højlund, 21 years of age. What a way. All we are missing out for is a CDM that comes in through to play at Man United in the age of 20 to 23 years of age. That is really good to come and compete with Casemiro. Then we need a number 10. Like I brought you a story yesterday about Sir Jim Ratcliffe confirming us that Man United really needs a number 10 in the mix. Now, let's leave about that. I've talked about the clear out that the in-your side is going to make. And one of those players that he's going to leave is Rafael Varane because of the following. They've told us that no confirmation or report. This is Fabrizio Romano about new contract proposal from Man United to Rafael Varane on appearances. Understand Man United have currently not sent any deal proposal to Varane to Varane. No negotiations taking place yet. Current deal expires in 3 months. That's what we've gonna hate to get from. That's what we've gonna hate to get from Fabrizio Romano. So looks like Rafael Varane's exit out of Man United is gonna happen in the summer. That is it. It's gonna be happening in the summer, and I don't see no way back. I'll be one of the few people to be surprised if at all United make a turnaround. Because if they were supposed to keep Rafael Varane, they would have already gone ahead, obviously, be telling him, please take a pay cut. They say they're not going to trigger his one-year contract he's left with at the club of Man United because they wanted him to take a pay cut. And it looks like Rafael Varane is not willing to take a pay cut. So I'm waiting to see how this is going to happen. You know, I'm just waiting to see how this is going to happen. And a lot is really on the way. When you look at him, he's a world-class defender. He showed us his defensive skills for the 3 seasons. We're going to have to play for the club of Man United, you know. But the injuries have been really a problem. You know, have been really a problem for him. And you cannot really pay an injury-prone player that amount of money. £330,000 a week. That's a lot of money. You know? So, I really feel for this guy, but he deserves to go if that's the reason, you know. And when you look at Harry Maguire, by the way, he has improved himself this season, and it's all about Ten Hag taking the captaincy of him, because he's not that guy that you'll obviously trust to have his head in the right mentality when he's really having that that armband. So when it comes to Rafael Varane, we signed him from Real Madrid for like 30 million quid. He came into the club of Man United, and injuries have gone ahead to be one of the big blocks into his career. But United would have gone ahead to want him to stay if at all he really decided to really take a pay cut. No pay cut, no staying at Man United. And that's the proposal of Ineos. So we wait to see what Ineos is going to do, but we already know that they've gone ahead to put up a list of 3. They've gone ahead to put up a list of 3 a list of 3 to 4 central defenders that they are willing to bring in through the club of Man United. Braithwaite, McGahey, Todibo, Bremer, Antonio Silva. That is the list. So United looks like this time around they're going to bring in 2. Hear me out. They're going to bring in like 2 central defenders. That is it. And I think one of those is going to be a versatile central defender that can play as a left back or a left-sided centre back or a right-sided centre back, and can play as a right back. So I think those are the qualities they're looking in for in a central defender. So let's leave that at that. But soon we'll be getting in more updates about Rafael Varane on whether a new contract is going to be given to him. But I'm really worried about him leaving because I think we need some experience. For me, for one more season, Manchester United are going to have to keep Casemiro and Rafael Varane here for experience. Because when you're having those 2, provided they accept to take a pay cut, then you keep them. And the rest is going to be history for the club of Man United, because we'll be knowing that they're going to be putting in a shift that is really well desired. You understand? You know? When you look at the situation for Rafael Varane, it reminds me of the situation we're in. We are talking about the guy, David De Gea. Promises, new contract coming in through. It never really came in through. He accepted to take a pay cut to earn £180,000. He was really thrown under the bus. So, what is it going to happen for a man like Rafael Varane, who is not even in negotiations with the club of Man United? He's going to be thrown under the bus. That is it. Let's go to the man himself. This is for Bruno Fernandes. He said, but our main target is not to lose points to Brentford away. So when we get back, we need to put our effort into winning that game. Our focus will be on winning that game. We need to win every game we have ahead to have belief we can get into those Champions League spots. Obviously, I've told you that the Champions League spots are readily available for the club of Man United. It's going to be up to us whether to do what you're supposed to do by winning those games, or we sit back and just look on. We sit back and just look on. So, he's really right. Aston Villa is 9 points ahead of us, and they've gone ahead to play 1 game ahead of us. So If we go ahead and really win that game in hand, it will be how many points? 6 points behind us, 6 points behind them, and Tottenham Hotspur is really in the same ilk. When you look at the Premier League table, let me try to get it right. Manchester United, where are you? But smash the like button, guys. Let's see the standings here. The standings indicate that Spurs has played the same number of games with Man United, 53 points. And if Spurs win their game in hand, they'll go to 56 points, meaning that if also win a game in hand, we'll be hunting Aston Villa and Spurs, who will be 6 points ahead of us. So all we have to do is to win our games. And I've always told you that Spurs has to play Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool. The same applies to Aston Villa. Now, when you look at these two teams, they'll drop points. If United has Lisandro Martinez back, Bissaka back, and Maguire back, Rasmus Højlund back, I tell you what, our team is going to be really doing the needful, and we're going to be winning these games. That is it. So, your thoughts on to Garnacho, Greenlights, his transfer to join Real Madrid are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Rafael Varane? No contract negotiations. And Bruno Fernandes, Champions League dream, has been revealed to the club of Man United, that we have to win the remaining 10 games. And trust me, we can. I sign out for now. See you later. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ, the Muslims. Ramadan Mubarak. We out.